So Marie, how do private school fees get accounted for in child support assessments?
So ordinarily, if you just go with a child support assessment, it doesn't take that into account in the first instance. So it just considers the number of nights each parent spends with the child and what their income is. However, if there is sort of special circumstances called, or there is an excessive expense, like private school fees, that in the party or the party who wants it to be paid can establish it was agreed by both parties that the children are going to go to the school, then you can apply to the Child Support Agency for a departure or to change what the usual assessment is and take into account that cost. And so that might mean that the assessment is changed. But in terms of private school fees and child support assessment or child support, it's not an uncommon question. What I often do with my clients is consider whether the child support assessment gets determined or an amount gets determined, and then perhaps the private school fees get paid on top, and you document that through a binding child support agreement and do it away from the child support.
Yeah, that's right. Because I think child support doesn't necessarily, the way that they deal with private school fees, even when they're included, isn't just a simple, well, you divide them equally.
That's right.
It's included in the cost of care of the children.
That's right.
And the calculation is quite sort of
Actually
complicated.
equal out to be
exactly what you think it's going to be,
yeah,
depending on how much you have the child.
And I think it's not just the case that you can say, oh, he said they want what she said, he said we said that we want the kids to go there. You actually have to show that each of you have been actively involved in enrolment processes, that this was something that you had agreed in writing during a relationship. I think the fallback position is if the parties can't afford, if their incomes aren't sufficient to meet the private school fees, and one party doesn't want to pay, they can't really expect the other party to pay that unless they can show them some common goals. There also has to be the capacity to pay, of course.
Yeah.